Unforgiveness is a leading cause of cancer. In 2017, Dr. Patrick Ijewer, it's Ijewer, a medical director who studied at Johns Hopkins University, was also a consultant at Howard University in Washington, D.C., stated that many adults who had cancer was directly related to unforgiveness. He said that there was a project in the U.S. called the UNForgiveness Project about the link between human behavior and diseases, which linked the difficult-to-treat cancer to unforgiveness. There is a project ongoing in the United States that is basically a search to know how our attitudes and lifestyles affect our treatable diseases. Various studies have showed that what happens in the physical realm has a lot to do with what we have in the spiritual realm. There is an established link. The research in the U.S. is verifiable that 61% of adult men and 59% of adult women with difficult-to-treat cancer has been linked to unforgiveness. The research is simple. There is a chemical in our body called cortisol. It is a chemical that can hinder or suppress our immune system, which mainly is instigated by anger, he said. Ijewer said that the link was expected to make people free from social attributes that might hinder their medications. According to an expert, Dr. Stephen Standiford in Philadelphia and New Jersey, unforgiveness has been classified in medical books as a disease. Refusing to forgive makes people sick and keeps them that way. Of all cancer patients, 61% have forgiveness issues, and of those, more than half are severe. Harboring these negative emotions, this anger and hatred, creates a state of chronic anxiety. Chronic anxiety is very predictable and produces excess adrenaline and cortisol, which depletes the production of natural killer cells, which is the body's foot soldier in the fight against cancer. The issue of forgiveness is not about religion. It is about us and our attitudes. Most people don't realize what a burden anger and hatred are until they let them go, he said. Ijewer, tracing further the implication unforgiveness to cancer treatment, said that negative emotions contribute mainly to people getting sick and untreatable. One of the major causes of rapid cancer cell mutation is by the presence of negative emotions, which includes hate, grief, bitterness, and others, which can lead to depression. These negative emotions mostly aggravate the toxic chemicals, which increases stress hormone cortisol levels, which directly suppress the immune system function. When there is a breakdown of immune system, the normal cells mutate into cancer cells, which make them spread faster. So in Matthew 18:21-35, Jesus shares a parable about a man who was forgiven a great deal by a king. And then he turned around and refused to forgive a guy that owed him just a little. Well, then the king, when he found out about it, threw him into prison. And it says he was turned over to the tormentors. And Jesus said the same thing will happen to us if we refuse to forgive others who have hurt us. We'll be turned over to the tormentors. And we have to forgive them from our heart, not just our head. And so what you understand is what torments people are demonic spirits. When you have anger, when you have bitterness and all that going on, you refuse to forgive, demons are going to have legal rights to torment you in your thoughts, in your mind, as well as in your body. Read Hebrews 12:14-15. It says, "Pursue peace with all people and holiness, without which no one will see the Lord, looking carefully lest anyone fall short of the grace of God, lest any root of bitterness springing up cause trouble, and by this many become defiled." Defiled means to infect, poison, ruin, and destroy. So, to stay as healthy as possible, make sure to forgive everyone from your heart who has ever hurt you. Forgiveness does not mean to reconcile with those who have hurt you. It means to give them to the Lord along with your anger and bitterness. So then you'll be able to live a healthier life. So, I have a book called Freedom from Soul Wounds and Demons, helping people to forgive, to get healed of their anger and their bitterness. That book's available on Amazon and paperback, Kindle, and Audible. I also take people through personal sessions of healing and deliverance. If you're interested in that, go out to restored2tofreedom.com. Click on Contact Me, submit the form, and you can also call 317-459-7091. Thanks.